All right, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley here for a quick recap of the Game 3 between the Red Sox and the Yankees. The Yankees storm back and win 2 games on Boston, and it's all brought to you by our good friends at Rosie's Corner, Stumble and Monkey Brewing Company, and these guys right here, CH Insurance. They are in your corner. Ask them about personal and commercial insurance plans this week. So, right out of the chute, I'm really impressed with the Yankees bouncing back. I mean, they lost that first game. They were terrible with runners in scoring position. It looked like typical Red Sox Yankees. It looked like the team, Boston, that has owned the Yankees since 2004, the team that has 4 rings in that point, and the Yankees only have 1 to that point. And then the Yankees blow 2 leads in game 2, and then they hang on, right, because Jazz Chisholm gets a 7-pitch walk and then burns around the bases on the Austin Wells double and scores. And so they manufacture a run, which is impressive because they're usually hitting home runs. They can't score. I mean, they can score, but mostly it's the home run. And then you go into tonight and you just don't know, right? Each team has a youngster on the mound. And Cam Schlittler was insane in the membrane. He was the story of the game, without a doubt. 8 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 5 hits allowed, I believe. And I got to be honest, I almost would have sent him out there in the 9th inning. I mean, that guy was throwing gas. Now, the only thing is, I just get nervous with him short-term and long-term, just like all the other pitchers. This is not just a Yankee thing. This is a baseball thing with, again, throwing as hard as you can for a short amount of time. Tonight, he threw a deep game. This was a throwback game. This was an Oral Hershiser, Dave Stewart, David Cohn kind of game with David Cohn in the booth, a Roy Halladay game, a Pedro Martinez, Kurt Schilling game, a Tom Seaver, Whitey Ford, Juan Marichal, Bob Gibson. I could go on and on. But what a start by Schlittler. And then, get ready for it, as far as tonight goes, Brian Cashman's moves really paid off. Now, Ahmed Rosario has not done really a lot, but tonight he got a key base hit. Again, base hit, not a home run, and that set the tone. The Yankees had to get the early lead. Now, the Yankees were still brutal overall with runners in scoring position. When they had guys on early, I thought they left a couple on the board, right? Could have easily been 2, 3, 4 more runs, and then putting them away way before they did. But Rosario got a key hit. McMahon with a somersault catch over the dugout was absolutely terrific. Reminded you a little bit maybe of the 90s, early 2000s Yankees, right? Like Jeter making the play in 2004, which, bloodied his face, but technically you almost wish that didn't happen because they traded Nomar, and then Mankiewicz comes over, and then they went on a run, and then that group of idiots, as they were called, come back on the Yankees in 04 with a different clubhouse. But just a fantastic play by McMahon. And then Bednar, Bednar was brutal in the beginning, along with Devin Williams when he came over from Pittsburgh. And lately, the last couple of outings in the postseason, he's been terrific. And also the last, maybe month of the season, he's been outstanding too. So you look at Bednar, you look at McMahon, you look at Rosario, some pickups there. I mean, even Caballero, down the stretch, he gets a walk-off hit, in one of the final games too. So, so the Cashman moves in this specific game, those were huge. I mean, they are his moves. It's funny because they do shine a huge light, and I'm not taking away from him on these moves because you got to live here in the moment, and he deserves credit for right now. But a lot of these moves, like the sustainability factor, like will we see McMahon do one more thing this postseason? Will we see Caballero maybe come in and be a defensive Swiss Army knife a couple more times and get another key hit? I don't know. Bednar has been fantastic. He looks to be sustainable for this October. I mean, you hope, you think, but that's the only thing with some of the moves that Cash does sometimes at the trade deadline. It's like, okay, can you get more than just that little splice? But for tonight, his moves, they came up huge. And like I said, I mean, Boston is a team that's owned the Yankees in this rivalry since 04, and before that it was pretty much 86 years of Yankee dominance. So I give the Yankees credit coming back. This is going to be a real hard series against Toronto. Toronto owned them in the regular season. The Jays have an unreal lineup. They have a really deep team. Um, but the regular season's over. Nothing matters with what happened in the regular season. You get to the postseason, you butter your bread in October, and you see what you can do. But this, and both teams know each other well, right? There's going to be no secrets, and it's going to be about the clutch hitting and probably the bullpen. And I think the team that maybe can get one more great start. And what's funny is going into this, runners in scoring position wise, you might toss the coin up. Bullpen, you might toss the coin up. The starting pitching for the Yankees, I think, is better in this series going in than Toronto, especially with what we saw with Schlittler tonight, what Rodon can maybe provide for 3 runs, no more, and certainly, of course, Max Fried. I think the Yankees have a big advantage in the postseason in the AL the rest of the way, possibly with pitching, unless it's maybe Seattle, in terms of depth. They don't have a schoolboy, but in terms of the depth. One other quick thing. Aaron Judge was awful again tonight, but they got away with it. I mean, again, if they're going to go back to the World Series, is this guy going to show up eventually? Stay tuned. Either way, great win for the Yankees. A lot of work left to do to return to the World Series, and it starts Saturday north of the border. Oh, Canada. Mike Lindsley here. It's an ML Sports Take brought to you by our good friends at the Allen Angus Pub, Welch & Company Jewelers, Barks and Rec Doggy Daycare, Platinum Auto Sales of Central New York, and these guys right here, CH Insurance. They are in your corner. Ask them about group benefits, personal and commercial insurance, the whole thing. You want to talk about a 5-tool player in baseball. How about a 5-tool insurance company? They're there for you 24/7, 365 access. You call them on the phone, they answer. They've got group benefits. They have personal and commercial packages. They're in the community. I mean, it's off the charts across the board. So make sure that you get on over to their website, chinsurance.cc, and see how they can help you, a local company in your corner. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.